Hi Cancer, welcome to your 2019 and 2020 astrology forecast. Now this is a general overview for the next 2 years with a primary focus in 2019. I'll go into much greater detail when I do your monthly forecasts. For 2019, be ready to be pushed out of your comfort zone again and again. Let go of expectations and obligations, both of your own and other people, because you could find yourself drowning in them in 2019 and 2020. Remember, you are the authority of your life. Put yourself on the top of your priorities list. Make yourself number one. 2019 is a pivotal year in your personal development. Take one thing at a time. Make friends with the word no. No is a complete sentence. No. Or, no, I can't do that for you. No, you need to learn to do that for yourself. No, I'm not available. No. No is your new best friend. The word no. Make friends with the word no. Go with what feels right. Now you have Saturn in the area of relationships, and you may be feeling, that you're at cross purposes with other people. Don't focus on what can feel like an unfortunate turn of events. See these experiences as opportunities to redefine where you want to make your mark, what your goals are, and how you can achieve them. You can get stuck in maintaining the familiar, that you need a good challenge to get you to examine your life. Saturn is helping you with that. Saturn is climbing to the top of the chart. And by nature, in this part of your chart, you will have challenges from other people, or other people confronting you, or other people being difficult with you. And if you find that you need to move on from a situation or a relationship, and it can feel like an unfortunate turn of events, it's really a blessing in disguise, because the universe is cutting you free so that you can take advantage of what you're building, because you're building towards Saturn being in Aries. Yes, it'll come in years from now, but what you're doing now is foundational to when Saturn gets to the top of your chart, which is Aries. So now is about really redefining who you are in the world and through others and in relationships. And the universe is requiring you to put yourself first, because the North Node is in Cancer. It's not in Capricorn, it's in Cancer, which is loving you and nurturing you and getting rid of toxic people, getting rid of the toxic people in your life, setting boundaries, saying no. This is what Saturn is requiring. And Pluto, because Pluto has been teaching you how strong you are and resilient you are. And this empowers you to let go of anything that no longer contributes to your life, creating that perfect starting point for the new era to begin. And this is the new era I'm talking about. This is about you starting a new era in your life. And you have Saturn there, you have Pluto there, Mars and Jupiter will be joining them in February, March 2020. But this is starting right now, here in January of 2019. It is beginning. We have all of the eclipses happening. And the eclipses and the North Node is in your sign. So it's about you standing tall and not backing down. This is about you building a strong sense of identity apart from what you can do for other people. How deep these inner waters that nurture you go. It's shocking when you realize like how deep those inner waters go inside of you. It's like they've just been waiting for you all along to recognize that the strength is within you, that the love you seek from others you already have, the nurturing you already have deep inside of you. This is the message of the 2019-2020 eclipses, is taking care of you. No more putting on hold your deepest desires, your dreams or plans. The universe wants you to be selfish, to be detached, and that is not disconnecting from others. You are to be a healthier person by stepping back into your own space. Only then can you know what truly works for you now. So you're changing so much. And this is the new era that's beginning with you. And for all of us, we need to be nurturing whatever part of life the Cancer North Node is in our charts. For you, you are the avatar. You are the Cancer. And so this is about you following your own star, loving and nurturing you, being self-determining, being self-nurturing, releasing negative relationships, releasing toxic situations. Now, the eclipse is going to start right in January. We have the solar eclipse in Capricorn, in that area of relationships. And we have Saturn in Capricorn, the sun and the moon in Capricorn, and Pluto. So they're all sandwiched together. And you know, you're ruled by the moon, how much eclipses affect you, how the new moon affects you, the full moon affects you. Well, this is a powerful new moon eclipse, and it could be completing something for you here in January. All the planets are going to be direct, January 6th through March 5th. So it's going to be bringing new starts for you. It's a wonderful time to launch anything new. It's a wonderful time to begin anything new here in January, February, first part of March. The first planet to retrograde will be Mercury on March 5th. And so you want to take advantage of this new opening, this new beginning, and a new start. And then the following eclipse is going to be on January 21st, and it's going to be in Leo, the last eclipse of Leo. And this is about you being the star of your life. Leo is the star, and you are the star. You are the star of your universe. You are the sun center of your universe. Not other people, you. And so the universe wants you to follow your own heart, your own heart's desire. And if you don't know what that is, that's why you want to take advantage of this time and find out, what it is that you want in your life, what it is that you want to see happen. And then the following 3 eclipses are all in Capricorn in 2019. There's a solar eclipse July 2nd. Oh, excuse me. The first eclipse is in Cancer. There's 3 eclipses in Capricorn. The first eclipse in Cancer will be July 2nd. And that'll be followed by a lunar eclipse July 16th in Capricorn. So there's your first eclipse. You only have 1 eclipse in 2019 in your sign. And it is a solar eclipse. That is going to initiate new beginnings for you too. Now, another interesting thing in July is Mercury will be retrograde July 7th through July 31st. So while we're being eclipsed, the universe is throwing in Mercury retrograde on top of it, which could confuse things even more. And it'll start at 5 degrees Leo in that area of what you want, what you love and value, and it backs into Cancer. It reaches to 24 degrees Cancer, and then it will move direct from Cancer and then forward. So you've got 2 eclipses in July, one on July 2nd, one on the 26th, one on the 16th, and both of them are going to be changing you, changing your self-image, changing how you do relationships, because the universe is asking for you to do that over the next 2 years, is to really change how you do relationships and really stand up for yourself and stand up for what you want and figure that out. Go after what you want. And it's okay if you don't know, because you're going to have plenty of time to figure that out. But you're changing, and there is a new era beginning for you. And when you're asking, the universe has a way of bringing the right people to give you the message if you don't know. And someone will show up and just tell you, hey, have you thought about this? And then when you hear it, if it resonates, that's when you know, oh, that's right. That is what I want to be doing. Now, another thing too is, with this major focus going on in Capricorn, the last time you had this was in 1989 and 1990. And that's when Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were all coupled together in Capricorn. Now, the faster moving planets would also partake in that mega conjunction. The Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and possibly Jupiter too. What was going on with you in 1989 and in 1990? What was happening? What changes did you make? It'll be very interesting to see what you changed then and what you're changing now. Did you change relationships then? Did you change your work? What was going on? Now is the time where you're going to be revisiting that, transformation that occurred back then, because it was really big and it changed everybody's life. So it's really interesting how things cycle around and continue to cycle. Now, Uranus is bringing you a huge sense of relief starting March 6th, when he moves back into Taurus and stays for the next 7 years. He has transformed your career and your destiny in the world. Now you are to grow and expand beyond the boundaries of what you think you can accomplish. And it's nice having him in Taurus for you, because Taurus sextiles Cancer, and that is much easier to work with. Having him in the area that sextiles with your planets, your Sun in Cancer, your Moon in Cancer, your rising Cancer. You're going to find that you flow much more easily with Uranus in this area. And, it's amazing how you have Neptune working for you. It's like you have a lot of support from the other side. You have the angels and the ascended masters all working with you. Your mighty I am presence, your higher self, is working with you to help you be successful, make things happen, have things the way you want it. And Neptune is, yes, he could be a guide to higher consciousness and higher meaning to life. But he can also, be confusing and can vaporize things you hold dear. Like abracadabra, it's gone. Where did it go? Was it ever really there? Did I imagine it? Because that's Neptune. Neptune is elusive. However, he is in your sister sign. He is in Pisces, pouring positive energy into any planets you have in Cancer, which is incredibly supportive. And he is in the area of your spirituality, your truth, your wisdom, higher learning, long distance travel, higher education. And he definitely can make anything seem possible. I can do anything. And that's where we want to make sure, what I want, is it real or is it a fantasy? Am I wishful thinking, or is it really possible to make it happen? And so you want to ask yourself, is what I want real and founded in something practical, or am I, tripping with the light fantastic and getting caught up in fantasy and wishfulness? You want to watch for that with Neptune. Even when he trines, positive energy flow, it's still Neptune. And Neptune is illusion. But it can also be, amazing creativity, magnificent spirituality, absolute beauty, wonder, magic. We just want to make sure we're being very practical in our choices and what we're choosing. Not bet the farm on Neptune's fanciful Neptune. And the North Node will be in Cancer until May 6th, 2020. He entered your sign November 7th, 2018. And that's going to give you a good amount of time to really focus on you and focus on what's right for you and let this new era begin. Let this new era manifest for you. And it really is about figuring out what works for you now, not what's worked for you in the past, because you're evolving and you're a new person. And that may not work for you anymore. Just because something's familiar doesn't mean it's right for you. You know, it may be familiar, and that can give us, some comfort. However, it's not going to, what's that saying, cut the mustard? It's not going to, work with these energies because they're transforming you in such a powerful way, opening doors for you, giving you new beginnings, new starts, and creating new opportunities in your life. And this mega conjunction in Capricorn, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Mars, they're all going to be coupled together in Capricorn, February and March of 2020. And then Saturn's going to move into Aquarius March 23rd through June 16th. Then it'll back into Capricorn on the 17th of June, and then back into Aquarius December 18th, 2020. And, so he's really, spending a lot of time in this area of relationships, and then he's going to go into the area of deep intimacy with you when he goes into Aquarius. So it really is important that you are keeping the focus on you, making you number one in your life, and really what I call practicing healthy selfishness. When you do what's right for you, it's right for everyone else. And that's not narcissism. Narcissism is where we don't have empathy for others. I'm talking about is meeting your own needs, being there for you, making sure you're getting enough rest, making sure that you're not getting sick, making sure that you have what you need so that you can be available for your family, so that you can be available for your relationships. But they're saying you first, then others. This is the message that we're getting for Cancer. Very important, 2019, 2020. And detached doesn't mean we don't have empathy for others. It just means that we're in our own space and being focused on what we need at this time. It's very important that you're focusing on what you need at this time and not, if you put others first and put yourself last, you're going to really find that there's a price to pay with that. It's just not going to work because Saturn is opposing you and Pluto is opposing. And, with the eclipses, and then that first eclipse there, you'll know what I'm talking about in January. It's a big wake-up call in this area of relationships. And, you could find that you can't go any further with the situation, or you can't go any further with this person, and that you have to look out for you. Because without you, what do we have? You are the sun center of your universe. You are the moon of your universe. And without the sun and the moon, what do we have? So the universe is saying, hey, Cancer, you can do this. Just make you number one. Make you the priority of your life. And then everything will fall together. Everything will work as it's supposed to, as you want it to. It's just the relationship with self comes first, then the relationship with other people. not others then me. That's not going to work. It's me, then you. Not you first, then me. No, that's not going to work for Cancer in the next couple of years. It really is about what you need, what's right for you, nourishing you, nurturing you, taking care of you, then others. And, you're going to really want to be present with you, in July at your birthday time, because that's going to be a pivotal turning point. I mean, this is the new era beginning, because you're going to have an eclipse in your solar return charts. Everyone born in Cancer, you've got an eclipse, in July. July 2nd. And so that's big change. That's really amazing. And it opens doors. And as we step through a new door, we have to close the door behind us. And so we want to let go of what's toxic, what's no longer serving you, so that you are available to the awesome opportunities that the universe is bringing you. And you can only know that by connecting with yourself, knowing what's right for you. Now, for those of you available for love, love can happen anywhere, anytime. For you, it's November and December, as well as January and February time period is a time for you to experience love and romance in your life. And, you could be, getting with a new person, if you're available, and, the eclipse opens a door and a new person comes in. Absolutely. It's a bit challenging having Saturn there. However, Saturn is the ruler of relationships in your chart, so you're kind of used to that. So if you're open and available, why not? Why not? As long as you're keeping the focus on you and you're not bringing them in as an avoidance technique to avoid the relationship with self, which oftentimes many people do, is they bring the next person in to avoid the confrontation with self. And that's where the real work is. That's where the universe wants you, is in this confrontation with self. Really being in a relationship with you and loving on you, being your own partner, being the partner to you that you want someone else to be to you. Be your own soulmate. Be the soulmate to you that you want someone else to be with you. For those of you coupled, this is kind of rocky in here. It is going to test the relationship. Saturn's been in there, all last year, 2018, testing the relationship. Pluto's been in there since 2008, testing your relationship. So you've been working with this energy for quite some time, and you will be for the next couple of years, experiencing your relationships being tested. And that's not just the partner that we live with, but that's where you work, friends, business partners, people you consult. All relationships are being tested with you. And the most important thing is that you're standing up for yourself and you're being true to yourself. That's what the universe is asking here. Career? Well, things are opening up, and they will continue to open up for you. And as long as you're true to yourself, Saturn's going to take you to the top. Absolutely. And that's going to be for years and years to come as it unfolds, as it needs to. I'm not seeing challenges to the money. I think it's going to be interesting with Uranus moving in that area of the money you make from the business you own or the money you make from the company you work for. I think that's going to be really interesting to see how that manifests with Uranus in that area. Could bring sudden opportunity, sudden windfall, unexpected windfall, a windfall of abundance. But it is going to revolutionize your goals, your hopes and wishes. Friends can come and go pretty quickly with Uranus there. Like a friend comes in, then they're gone. Or a friend that you thought would be around for a while, poof, they disappear. That's Uranus. Just go with the flow. Be detached. You are not responsible for what happens. You're only responsible for taking care of you. And that's where your power is, in how you take care of you, how you show up, and just being beautiful you. Spiritually, you just dial in. You're so dialed in anyway. You've got Neptune there, really connecting you to the cosmos and the other dimensions. Just make sure you know which dimension you're in, right? This is the physical world. Very tangible here. But it's so supporting you and working for you. So make sure you take that time to meditate. Take that time to listen, connect, restore, energize, and get ready for the new era beginning now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Cancer, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel, and it lets you know when I upload. And I also have the Mercury retrograde cheat sheet. That link is below. You sign up for my email on my website, and you get your gift. And I'll be changing these gifts throughout the year. Every time you check back to hear your forecast, I'll have a new gift. So until next time, Cancer, it's amazing. And it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for you and this new era that's emerging. Love you. Be there for you. Yeah.